All right. Welcome back, everyone. We haven't played in like a month, and the last time we did play, I have COVID, so um, I don't complete. I don't completely remember what happened. Um,
Oh, don't ask me.
I'm sure. I'm really glad that your character doesn't have keen mind because I would just argue you all day.
That would be absolutely the worst if I tried to.
Next
If I went
feat.
for
No.
chemo, then I would be taking so much notes and I'd be trying a whole lot more, for sure.
Yeah.
You should be the one with keen mind.
But you don't care, so you don't try that hard. So,
Care a little.
oh, my heart. No.
No, it's gotten. I've gotten like I've picked myself like, come on, you need it.
Actually, that's a good point. I need a notebook and a pen.
That helps, yes.
So who remembers what did happen last?
Last we left off,
Yeah.
Didn't we arrive in Alton? Not Alton.
we teleported into one of the temples that
Dubin Crane.
Connor's
City, yeah.
religion holds. Let me pull my notes because I actually have them, surprisingly
And
enough.
then it was like cold, I think, and you guys went. Did we go shopping?
You
Yeah,
guys did go shopping, but before that, we met a few interesting people. We first talked to the elder of the church in Dubin Crane, Imora. Yeah, and
I don't think we sent anything ahead. We sort of just popped up.
No, we popped in.
I mean, allegedly Cedric sent something ahead, but who knows?
Yeah, basically what happened was like he sent something ahead, but because of the time change from the world, they weren't expecting you for a few hours.
Oh yeah, we woke up and we're like, all right, time to go, and so we just went over.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it was first thing in the morning for you guys, but like they weren't even up yet. One person was up making breakfast.
Oh yeah, we did it's like a mini stealth mission. Church around the corner in our own house, essentially.
So they're just a few hours behind where we were as we moved west.
So this doesn't have any current information because I've not been doing good at prepping.
Yes, we showed up, and then
We did.
talked to some church peeps.
Yeah, Imora is one of the elders of the church we talked to. We had a conversation with ourselves, which Danny then learned a new spell, accidentally. It on all of you. Afterwards, you guys then went shopping. Dandy stayed in the temple. We were waiting for Renta to come pick us up. You guys were in town, and you just so happened to hear and see the shadow of a dragon flying overhead.
That happened.
Dandy first, yeah, you guys first heard the wing beats of a dragon, and then you saw the shadow-esque form of it through the clouds. Meanwhile, meanwhile, Dandy learned a new spell, Sending, and he used that accidentally first on
Sue, didn't he?
Sue. Thank you. I'm
And then
Getting
you
my other
talked to
campaigns
your
next time.
sister?
Yes, I tried to give her a warning, which I got a sarcastic comment in reply.
Wow, for once I actually, remembered decently what happened.
I remember that I told everyone to roll with the magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've been to Dubin Crane before, and everyone else is very confused as to the dragons and everything.
Well, yeah, because for an area that's supposed to be, or as talked about as just covered in elves and fey magic and craziness, there's wyverns flying around and dragons, and so what happened was when you guys went shopping, you guys it's super cloudy and cold here, so when you guys went shopping, you guys saw at where the clouds met the mountain, you guys saw the clouds whoosh, whoosh, and then the ground shake as whatever that being was landed.
Didn't we also have like a
We had-
giant conversation about like what the freak?
That was after Renta picked us up.
Yeah.
Renta picked us up, and on our way with the cart, we had 2 carts or just one?
You had one cart.
One cart. We were in the back, and we had a major conversation of the Titans ever since we saw the giant dragon. Which Titans went for which country, and how they essentially avoided their own home country, but wiped out the others, and therefore people have a confusion thing going on, and then we threw out hypothetical theories through each of us of could they have been brain controlled, what else could have happened, yada yada yada, and then like normal, Dandy just dropped the whole vampire bomb on Renta now.
Yep.
Yeah, Mittalon's a vampire, just as calmly as he says it now. He's just done trying
Like,
to...
this is just life now.
Yeah, this is just life.
Yeah. I know Rinta took quite a shine to Kriorn. Asked him to sit up at the front with the horses with him.
Yeah.
And then, like, the more and more that you guys talked about the Titans and certain theories and stuff like that, like, she was almost, like, growing impatient and just kind of getting aggravated just by the talk of it.
There was also one more minor detail. The reason why this was all brought up in the first place, because my conch shell whispered all the Titans' names.
Yep.
You got Zarka, Garmoth, Tomb, Nover, and others, but those are the only 4 I was able to write down in quick speed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very long list.
It's
If
a
you
very
want,
long
I can
list.
tell you all of them, or I can I can
Just
send it to
via
you.
Discord when you're free, yeah.
Um,
And that's how the conversation popped up, because then Danny's just like, yeah, this conch shell was like literally reciting all of the Titans' names. I tossed it, and apparently all you heard was the ocean, which Danny's never been to the ocean. He had no idea what that actually sounds like, besides the voices that comes out of the conch shell. Or it could be in his head, we don't know.
Dandy knows what the ocean sounds like. You came from a port
I came
town.
from Alta Nova, didn't I?
Well, in your 0 session. But you're from a port town.
Cool. So it sounds nothing like listening to a conch shell.
No.
The common misconception every time.
Yeah, so, and then I kind of did some, relocations of towns, because I'm the DM and I can do that.
You have the power.
And so, you guys are making your way to Maroc Farm. And Rinta is Sir Garmin's apprentice.
Yep, right.
Sir Garmin
He's
is
the Council of Droxia.
the what?
He's part of the Council of Droxia.
He is part of the Council of Adroxia, but he's also like if there was a king of Duvencrane, it would be him. So, yeah, you guys are on a cart, traveling as fast as 4 horses can pull the 6 or 7 of you. Talking about Titans.
Where are we heading again?
To a small farm village called Maroc Farm. And you guys are trying to...
Right, Rock Farm. Yeah, okay.
Maroc. M-A-R-A-K.
I remembered it because it was just a rock farm. I was like, that's kind of funny.
Oh, yeah. And then they actually... What was it? They make like corn and parsley, I think it was. I have what they make in here somewhere. But you guys know of Maroc Farm from when Otar got a little intoxicated and spilled his guts about where he came from.
Yeah.
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 I think this was the first time I didn't have my horse, right? We're all in a cart.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't have Otar's carriage. We don't have our horses.
Yep, the fancy carriage that had the invisibility and was it disguise? Minor illusion.
Minor illusion.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're trying to get rid of it.
I mean, that depends on how much you guys paid the stable before you left Altanova.
Well, no, my car, I inscribed the invisibility on the interior.
Yeah.
Your
Our
cart. Yeah, your cart.
Damn.
So, cool. As you guys are riding along, the conversation kind of grew a little stale with Rinta just getting kind of bitter about the conversation. And she speaks up after a while. So, we're going to Maroc Farm, and I'm supposed to be taking you guys to Adroxia, but you guys are pretty hell-bent on saving some people.
Saving the family. That's what we're doing. Right, what I want to do. This is not just a me, this is a group party. We need to prioritize of what's, I guess, important overall. We have the council that we need to talk to, Sir Garn being one of them. We do what needs to be done. We need to stopping this war helps the overall. We can go do that first. I'm just gonna have to just hope and pray.
Well, I am here to just be your guide, so...
Is there a library in this rock farm?
No.
Bummer.
And the tavern only has 2 rooms, so I hope that you guys are either very close or don't mind sleeping outside.
It's been a while since we went camping.
I'm taking one of the rooms in the tavern.
No, it wouldn't be the first time we slept out.
The night comes around. You guys are still traveling. If you guys remember, she was late to showing up to get you guys. Night comes around. You guys are still traveling for another hour or 2, and you guys pull into. At this point, you guys are going up a mountain, and it's just getting colder and colder as the night comes. But it's a dry night, not raining or anything like that, so it'll be an okay night for camping. And as you guys come in, you guys hear water rushing, and you guys see kind of like there's a barn, and then there's a few smaller houses, and then like one that's towards the edge of this edge of the town near the waterfall. It's obviously the tavern. Beautiful waterfall and a man-made bridge that goes over the stream. Just take the cart over there and head over into the tavern. This late at night, there's no one really out. Everyone's pretty much having their dinner just for the day. There's maybe population 20 in this little town. And she's like, well, I'm gonna get a drink.
Really rinky-dinky.
Creorn, you should definitely join me. And the rest of you guys, I'll see you there. And I'm gonna assume Creorn's gonna follow, since he can't argue. But so she takes him, and the 2 of them head into the
I sent a message to Creorn's head. Play too late, kids.
And so you know where you're at. For almost the first time in a long time, you know all these houses. You might not remember their names.
I was gonna say.
But yeah, you've been there. You know where your friend lives.
Well, we gotta find a place to camp. Somewhere on the tree line. Probably works out. Oh, sorry, you mentioned being somewhere around here, right?
Yes.
You wouldn't happen to know any good against the wall tree section next to the side of a hill or anything nearby.
I'm assuming I would know that.
Yeah.
Just get a good place to set up for camp.
Trying to think of. What I would suggest. Anything useful.
What do you?
Obviously, his standards are different.
Oh, as far as like where to stay.
Right, like where would be good.
So there's, I mean, it's very mountainous here. The trees aren't super dense, but you would know of like kind of like a small like overhang of rock that would be a good place to make a camp in case it rains overnight or it just gets damp. Like you guys would remain dry. And it's just on the outskirts of town, so like if something happens in town, you guys are still close enough to hear things.
So we're going in a stereotype bandit camp.
Sure.
Yeah, works for me.
I see nothing wrong with this.
Okay. So do you guys just camp out? Anything you guys want to do?
What are the major buildings? Because it's a small rinky-dink town, so I'd assume their blacksmithing, if they have a blacksmithing shop, is not that decor.
Assembling my car outside. That's what it was. But it's too early.
Yeah, I was gonna say like she just got off work.
Yeah.
Is she coming over here?
I don't really know. I text her and let her know that.
Say like Brandon's not even here.
That's what I was gonna text her.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Dandy?
In blacksmithing shops, stuff like that. Is that any interesting looking place to sightsee here? Just rocks.
It's a lot of rocks. It's like you see one farmhouse, and you imagine that most people here deal with the farm. There's one house that looks bigger than the other. He's probably like the village chief, and then there's the tavern.
Yeah, I'll just
Which
go.
would count
I'll just go to the
as-
tavern then.
It would double as a town hall for meetings.
Yeah, okay. I got an image now.
Yeah, like did you ever play Valhalla Assassin's Creed? So
it's
yeah,
I got it.
yeah.
I'll enter in. Look around. What's the livelihood like here?
You see Renta and Creorn sitting at a booth together, just BSing. There's someone behind the bar. To load.
I'm gonna go ahead and do the kids off today. I'm gonna go to the bar, see if I can talk to the individual behind it.
You see a kind of like a dirty blonde hair elven woman behind the bar. She's just sitting there, leaning, reading a book.
I probably would have gone in as well. Just 'cause I'm not
Are
sure.
you guys disguised at all?
I don't.
Not since I've already used my seeming spell and canceled it earlier in the day because we haven't slept yet. So no.
I expected
This
this.
is this elf country. He'd keep his.
Did we actually enter into Adroxia? I thought this was the edge of Adroxia. Is this in Adroxia?
No, you're not in Adroxia yet.
Yeah. Okay, that's why I didn't
You're
bother.
still a couple days away from Adroxia.
Yeah. So I'm still
But
in my
you are
uniform.
you are in Eferon, elf country, just not an elf city.
Right.
Duvencrane is also in Ephron. You've
Ah.
you've been in elf country all
Right.
day.
I already used my
One of
one
the
seeming. I don't have that anymore.
Okay.
Knowing we're in elf country, I'm pretty much doing like the semi hood up just to cover the basic ears. But other than that,
Sure.
curly hair, still curly and orange up front.
I have that blue drip next to you.
You ask me for things.
You're gonna have to roll for it.
Roll for caffeination.
Full of caffeine shake.
Not that effective.
It's like Constitution. Add your dexterity modifier. I'm definitely proficient in it by now.
You're now resistant to the sleep spell.
Yeah.
Or to the any effects that are put in the sleep.
Man. Hot brown morning potion.
So yeah, me and Otar approach. I take it he's not even trying to hide it all, but I'll just have half covered. Go to the bar.
I'm
Good
not
evening.
even trying to hide
Well,
it.
he's so at least
Yeah.
he will probably pass.
Well, hi there. Oh, Otar, you're back.
Huh?
Hello.
Yeah. We wondered where you went. Demihar said he couldn't find you.
Or just nods.
Well, are you thirsty or you're hungry?
Keeps nodding.
And your friend?
Keeps nodding.
Okay.
Hold on.
Don't worry, Taya has you.
I'm gonna introduce myself.
What alias are we going with this?
Well, we got Andy, we got Taylor.
All my notes are everywhere, so I have to...
Are you other two going into the tavern as well? Or are you guys sticking with the horses?
I don't know, like Connor, would you want to be out in public being human in Elven territory?
Well, so this would be a place where we would like sleep, right?
Yeah.
Or,
We are technically we are camping, I suppose. I think there is one more room that somebody can take.
Yeah.
But if some of us are going to camp, then we probably want to set up watch, so we want enough people to have a good watch going.
I introduced myself as Gerald.
I don't know if they're like horse thieves, but losing the cart or the horses would be really bad. Is this just like a tavern on the side of a long highway road?
I mean, it's a small village on the side of a long highway road, yeah.
Taverns, they're really the only thing.
Connor would probably come
Right.
in order to get some food, but he might just stay out with the cart.
Okay. I mean, you could also ask someone to, like, you know, bring some food outside for you or something
Sure.
like that. If you don't want to go inside.
But yeah, I'd probably stick with Connor. Just so there's like, at least a pair of people.
Sure.
Nobody should be on their own.
One
Yeah,
elf, one human,
especially-
one elf, one human.
Especially exactly. Especially when we've got humans in the party. We don't want them to disappear.
Wait, hold on. We've got one elf, one human. One half elf, one human.
A famous half elf, they know him by name.
And
I don't know that I got famous,
one
but
half elf and one elf.
I can make it work.
It's a buddy system. Okay, so Gerald, nice to meet you. Let me get you guys some stew.
Stew for Otar if he likes it. I'm just here to pick up about 2 bottles of brandy if you have it.
Don't have much as brandy. I have vodka.
1 bottle will do.
Perfect.
I would purchase the bottle, take the whole thing, slight bow.
So 2 copper.
2 bottles.
You're in a farm town, and
Yep.
they make potatoes.
Yep.
This is like the vodka the vodka equivalent.
Yeah. She vodka ale. I don't know what you want. I mean, she's gonna know what your regular is, but whatever you want.
Ale,
Ale.
probably.
I can get you some warm ale and some colder food. Obviously, it was made for dinner time, where everyone stopped farming, came and ate, and then went to bed. So it's just been kind of sitting in the pot over a dying fire. She gives you a bowl or a couple bowls if you're working for more people, and a couple bottles of vodka, a few cups of ale.
I'll take 2 bottles, put it in the bag of holding, and just hang out with Otar until he's ready to do something. Skedaddle back
Otar's-
to Parker.
Otar's gonna buy 2 bottles as well to go.
Does Demiha know that you're back in town?
I don't actually know that information. Does anybody know that I'm back in town?
No.
Okay.
No.
No. The answer is no.
Well, you should see him before you leave. If it doesn't look like you're staying for long. They cleaned up the old battle site, and he thinks he found something of yours. But
Would Otar remember where he's at
yeah,
in the current state of...
he would have the second largest house.
Okay.
The largest house is to the village chief. Second largest house is the person that brings in income.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Otar would probably eat his food and ale. And, I guess what time of day is it?
It is night. It is late.
Late.
Yeah.
You said after dinner, so...
Yeah, we're probably teetering on like the 9 o'clock hour
Okay.
up on a cold mountain.
I'd probably just go to the camp for the night then.
Okay.
Honor walked back.
Oh, and how much...
Uh,
Just before I forget, how much
for
for all
copper
the...
for everything.
For the, grand total.
Just do 2 silver. Food, drink for everyone. On your way back.
we exit the bar. You've been fighting for a while now, Otar, haven't you?
Is that you to...
That
me?
was Danny Otar, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm gonna do 1 gold for the grand total, by the way. Just
It's like 8 gold or 8 silver too many, but it's fine.
first off, it's Otar.
Fair. What's money?
And second off, I don't want to convert my gold into silver.
That's 2 good reasons, yeah.
I want to break this.
We'll just call it a tip.
Yeah. These people pretty much treat you as champion, don't they, Otar?
You were the muscle of the town.
Yeah.
She said that aloud, didn't she?
Like, what they would move, like, a crate of potatoes, it took like 2 of them, and you're just like, nah, I got it. You were basically just like the Hercules of the small town of tiny elven people.
Right.
I will take that.
Yeah, I guess the muscle more than the champion is probably
Yeah, there was no
what Otar
like,
would think of it.
there was no like instigating fights or anything like that.
No, but you're the favorite though. Which means you will be leading on most of our
Hopefully that
conversations. And I slapped him on the
Damn
back. On our way back to camp, if nothing else happens, I'll wave at the other 2 and pull up 2 bottles and it's like, all right, we're going to bed, Hart.
So I guess we'll count you out of the watch for tonight then.
I need my rest.
Everyone eats and gets their drinks in.
Dandy will try and knock.
Who's taking what watch?
I mean, technically, I can take two watches because I'll take wherever. I can take middle watch if that's easiest. 'Cause
didn't work.
I had to request
That always
access.
sucks to take middle watch, and I don't care because I only need 4 hours.
Yeah.
Is Revelor out on the cart with Connor?
I believe so. Yeah.
Tried.
I mean, I was basically hanging out with you while they kind of went and got food.
I pitched up
Right.
a tent next to the cart.
Let me just.
I haven't.
copy it again.
I don't think Connor's done a lot of watches. Connor can do a watch.
The paladin's on the guard.
So that covers 6 hours.
Try it.
So as you guys take the watch, Dandy will be snoring away. Bottles of what do you call it? Boondock vodka?
Moonshine. Yeah.
Okay, so we got Connor taking 1 watch. Who's taking 2nd watch?
He's taking the rest of them because he only needs his 4 hours of sleep, right?
Are you only
that
sleeping for 6 hours?
That only covers 6 hours.
I mean, who is not working 12-hour shit?
I mean, if we want to try to get Otar to take the first watch and then knock off, try to do that. But
Is Otar gonna even?
is he actually going to do that? That's the thing.
Well, you can wake Dandy up.
Is anybody gonna trust Otar to do that, even if he says yes?
Right. He's like, mm-hmm.
All right, I'm up.
This is how Otar's always rested. Nobody
I'll
trusts
take
me.
the second watch then.
Dandy takes 2nd watch. Okay. So at the end of the 1st watch, so Connor, at the end of the towards the end of your 1st watch, Crayorn actually finally joins you guys.
Mother.
And since you guys already worked out your plan for the watch, he's just gonna go ahead and go to sleep.
Dandy can't be lazy too. All right.
Each of your guys' watches goes fine. You get your full 8 hours. You get kind of an interrupted 8 hours since you took middle shift. Sucks for you casters. Still get your long rest though.
Okay.
And on my watch, I want to check my bag for any
Ooh, yeah.
incoming letters or.
He's learning.
Okay. I don't have anything actually written out yet, so I will just say something.
Well, there can also just be nothing. She might be busy.
Oh, I feel like there's definitely going to be something. DM.
I mean, eventually.
So you, on your shift, you reach into your bag and you pull out a letter. The handwriting is Celine's. And it says, I'm not quite sure what you mean. I don't quite have the coin for a painter. But I can continue to write to you.
It's just like his head's just turning more and more into
And I'm trying to. It's been over a month since I read what you replied with, so there will be more the next time you check. I swear.
I was just going to see
Here,
what
I'm gonna move this over here so I
Does
stop.
family not ever draw pictures of their
Sorry.
children anymore?
Oh yeah, you want a stick figure? Dandy is over here
I
like,
tried.
hey, send prehistoric nudes.
I didn't say nudes.
Okay,
I
here we go.
send prehistoric.
Okay, so she doesn't comment much about what you've said regarding the vampires, the council, any of that stuff. The only thing that she really says in that regards is, please be safe. And she says, we'll always have room for you here. hopefully we'll see each other again soon. Yeah, you're probably like reading your letter with a bit of confusion and contentment as
He doesn't know.
Creon comes back and he's smiley. Doesn't say much, just goes to bed. Was there anything that you wanted to do in your 2 hours?
How deep does Connor fall asleep?
Roll, Connor, roll a Constitution check, but don't say it out loud.
And I also
just send it to me.
add the vodka that I also shared with the group.
Does Connor partake in vodka?
2 bottles of the party I brought nonchalantly, and I had some myself too.
This is a paladin who is all for gambling, but hasn't drank much.
Oh, he
I
hasn't?
drank before.
Exactly.
I said before, yeah. I said you don't drink much.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
That
doesn't.
would-
He doesn't drink much. And
He's a
there
sea-
have been times at like taverns he's had an ale.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
Yeah, like
Otherwise,
ale.
he'd be a very sad paladin.
Not enough that's gonna like
All
make
the
you
pressure,
unconscious.
none of the release.
So,
Yeah.
roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Fair enough, because I did drink as well.
Uh,
Do you want me to make a con save? Or...
just con check. See how unconscious you are.
And you want me to send it to you?
Yeah, just send it to me.
Perception?
With disadvantage, yes.
Con check.
7.
And then perception check disadvantage.
Oh, you don't need to make a perception check. You're
That was
sleeping.
me.
I'm checking to see how asleep you are.
I'm
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm checking something.
He looks pretty asleep. I mean, he's
Is
not
his
he's
bag
not
visible?
snoring. So like he's got good nasal passages.
Is his bag visible?
Where'd you keep your bag? Is it just next to you on your sleeping bag?
Oh,
Oh, he's in character. I'm like,
yeah, so that's why I was silent and go,
No, I wasn't actually trying to wake him. No, I was just
Gotcha.
simply looking at where his bag. Like, is your bag visible?
We're camping. I mean, it would be probably just sitting next to him. If we don't have pillows,
I was gonna say, you might be using this.
yeah, it's probably bundled up and he's laying down.
Yeah.
so what do you want to do? He's looking pretty unconscious.
I'm sure it's fine. He loves her enough. I'm gonna go over to Otar.
He's also asleep.
Yeah.
With an empty bottle of your vodka. Not the ones I bought.
I'm gonna check his coin purse real quick. After I saw him tip a gold.
Make a perception check with disadvantage. Where is your coin purse?
That's a great question.
Even Otar doesn't know.
13
Or
perception.
I don't need you to make a perception check.
Oh, him.
I need him to make a perception check with disadvantage because 1, he's asleep. 2, he's drunk, and I need to know
I
where your
didn't say I
thing
was
is.
drunk.
Yeah, he probably holds like 4 of my body weight.
Do you think it would be like on your belt and you just pass out with your belt on?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't
Sleight
have
of
much
hand.
else for it to be attached to other than, I guess, my...
Advantage
My
or
vest that I now have.
disadvantage?
Straight roll.
You know what? It probably wouldn't be on my belt. I have that new fancy vest. It would probably be on an inside pocket of the vest.
With disadvantage.
There it is.
I was like,
Because I finally have somewhere safer to put my money.
I was gonna say like advantage because he's asleep, disadvantage because you've been drinking, and then a disadvantage again because it's on the inside of his coat.
And what am I doing?
Perception with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
25.
Sleight of hand with disadvantage.
It's a 19 and a 16, and I have a +6.
As I say, he's got
That would be 22. A 16 plus
Oh,
6.
6. Yes, right. Sorry, it's the higher. The blur.
I rolled a 3.
You find his jingly bag.
I look at it. I count it. Christ, man.
Which is in there.
I put it back in his
He
pocket.
can see is why
I
he
can
checked.
see it. This is why I checked it. I put it back in his pocket, not taking anything. I have a long way to go to achieve my dream. And I'll just take a haphazardly watch throughout the rest of the night, sipping on the last emptiness of the bottle.
Did you take the bottle that I had with me?
Yes.
He manages to stay awake through the rest of his, whatever you call it.
His shift.
His shift.
The not shift.
Yeah, his watch. And it is now your 4-hour stint before
Okay.
everyone wakes up.
Well, I guess first of all, I'd like to check my trinket and see if it's doing anything weird.
No, I brought G2 with us, or I left him back with.
But you left him with you. Or
You left him with
You left him with
you brought him
You
home.
brought him with you.
Brought him with me.
Her. Brought her with
Her,
you.
yeah.
G2's just sleeping the entire time.
Okay.
First roll, these
Your
dice failed me.
trinket, the compass is doing this,
Okay. Back
and it is beating quickly.
and shit. Okay. And I've already taken my rest.
Yes.
Rest.
Yeah, do it.
So I was trying to think like, oh, I could do something and then rest. Like, no, I can't.
If you're looking at Dandy, he's like looking over the semi-medium campfire, holding a close to empty bottle, slightly nodding up, still keeping his eyes open.
Although I guess.
You trying to cast something?
Maybe I'm thinking about doing an augury.
What does that do?
That's the I'm essentially asking you for a hint, but I'm like being like, okay, I'm gonna name the result or receive an omen about results of a specific course of action that we're gonna take within the next 30 minutes, essentially. So I'll do it towards the end of my sleep, obviously. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll probably save it for later in that case. So,
I know we've never talked about this,
Yeah.
but you can always talk to your cat.
sure.
Like, it has talked to you. It's
Right.
even laughed at other people and their comments.
Right.
Now, are we talking like an actual physical cackle laugh where we all hear it, or this is more of
No,
just...
no. You guys don't hear anything.
Got
He
it.
also-
Just
my
You
cat-
guys
confirming.
also don't see that his cat is fuming in black smoke.
Like, yeah, it just
Fair
smirks
enough,
all
got
the
it.
time. Yeah.
Danny just just looking.
But you do have the ability, if you wanted to talk to some cat. And maybe that's how. Because I guess I don't really know how augury works.
Right. I mean, technically, you have like runes that you're supposed to. It's like almost like casting dice, but you kind of roll runes as basically in there. You read the runes, and they're supposed to give you like a forecast. I mean, that's
Oh.
one. I guess you could flavor it however you want, but that's.
Okay.
I think that's.
you can do both.
Right.
You've got 4 hours,
That's the
and
idea.
nobody is awake.
Oh, you relieve
Allegedly.
me?
Right. Yeah. Sorry. What?
You relieve me from my
Yeah. Oh,
duties?
yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No,
Oh, I would say that Manny is hanging out with you.
Sure. That's true too.
Yes,
True. Well, I think I don't know if I know that, but
he
basically said he can
Yeah.
see a lot.
yeah he's
So-
and you guys know that he can see things that are invisible.
Right, so I think my character would at least have suspicions that he might do this.
Yeah. After Creorn split with the party, he ended up following you.
I'm sleeping on Machitu.
Semi food.
Looks like it. I got it.
Okay. So yeah, I guess like as I'm looking at
And
my
you
Sorry.
can correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
but you can communicate with your familiar through your mind.
right. Oh yeah, so I should be able to just because I can. I
Right?
can-
That's
I
part
can-
of find familiar.
Yeah, because I can telepath. Yeah, for sure. That is, you can telepathically communicate.
Nobody's saying it's not. So
Um,
Probably just gave you so much work digging through my dice, by the way. Because the mics are right in front
When
of me.
you're familiars within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with the telepathic.
Yep.
So I don't even have to talk out loud, just in case someone was going to hear me. say
Exactly. There we go.
stuff.
So, what would you like to do?
I mean, I think I've kind of been trying to mostly ignore like the cackles and like the commentary from my familiar so far, kind of like trying to deny it a little bit.
Sure.
Because that shit's scary, and Revelor doesn't like that. It brings him back to a bad time.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to, I'm gonna just kind of reach a. I'm looking at my, at my trinket, like as it does its kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm gonna say like, and I'm just gonna assume like my cat is kind of out hanging out nearby.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna kind of like idly be like, huh, you ever seen anything like that? See it do that before? Like almost I'm just kind of like asking. I actually do say that out loud too. Like I'm just kind of like almost like just saying it out loud, but I'm also kind of saying it like how you talk. Sometimes you talk to a cat when there's like nobody else in the room. You're just like, hey cat, what's up? So I'm just kind of like, huh, that's how you do that. You ever seen that before?
Yeah. So when you say that out loud,
Yeah.
You actually hear a voice that you're not expecting.
Right.
And you hear, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, is that Manny?
Yeah.
I was like, ah! Like, try my best not to wake anyone up, but just clearly surprised.
I forgot you were there.
Hi, Manny.
Hi.
Just,
But you do hear the voice that you were expecting to hear as well.
right.
Not in 20 years.
That's also actually technically a voice I was not expecting to hear, because like I said, I was just kind of talking
Oh,
out
yeah,
loud to a cat. Almost like you said, you talk to a cat just to kind of get your ideas out. I'm like, so like I get surprised once, and I'm like, ah, and then like kind of in my head,
Hello.
a little chill goes down my back. May I ask who I'm speaking with?
You
Will I get an answer?
might. It's quite
This is Patrick.
lonely here.
You sound awfully familiar.
I sense a joke. You're talking to your familiar.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. Wow, I didn't even see what you were in the face of being a little bit jumpy, I suppose.
What do you have to fear? You are a king. You are empowered.
Whether or not I'm king, I suppose, remains to be seen. I do have that right, I suppose. Am I right in assuming that I'm talking to the same voice that spoke out to me when I was imprisoned? Well, I suppose then that thank you is in order. I may not have escaped if not for your assistance.
You're welcome.
Is there anything in particular that you want in return from me? These powers that I have now, I assume they're not free.
They're not. But you will pay for it later. everything?
Doing fine.
I guess I'll return kind of back to the matter at hand. I'll look back at my device that's still kind of moving back and forth. You know, like Reveler's kind of like, all right, well, I'm going to pay for it later. That sounds awful, but that's not happening right now, so we'll deal with that when that happens. I've never seen the needle move like this before. It's almost as if it's trying to tell me to go 2 places at once.
You've never been so close to 2 titans before.
Oh. Oh boy.
You're screwed. We're level 6.
Well, I guess we could have titled it last session.
TPK.
Campaign 2, here we come.
TPK and Helen.
Compass points to Titans.
Wait. You guys are fine. Good luck, Connor.
Oh no.
Say,
I don't like that.
say, say who? Okay.
I mean, I can whip up another character, but like, come on.
Oh, because we have the stars.
Oh man.
This has all been a bad dream. By the way, where's Connor?
Are you going to ask your question?
Completely ignore the fact that he knows that I want to ask a question already.
Well, you tiptoed and then you
Right.
avoided.
That's true, yeah. Because I was kind of getting ready to... Yeah. We have 2 destinations before us. One is to go to, what was it, the Forgotten Mountains? I almost forgot. To go to the Forgotten Mountains to try to help Sue's family. The other is to go to Droxia. I guess I'm trying to figure out which course of action makes the most sense, but I have to ask it in a, or at least if I am using augury, that is. I have to ask it in kind of a, what is the result? Is it good, bad, nothing, or both, essentially?
Okay, but augury can be separated from your conversation.
Sure, it's all. I'm trying not to get too overpowered because I'm almost getting like a contact other plane for free.
Yeah, I kind of see, because it's so there's 4 options.
Yeah.
Of what's gonna happen.
Right.
So, like, the way I see it is like you happen to have like kind of like an odd witchcraft-looking die.
Sure.
And so like when you use augury, you can do that.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out like which option is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I guess
So
yeah.
it can be separated.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I'm basically asking which course of action will be the best for our party. Do we go straight to Adroxia? Do we go first to the mountains? Do we split up? I guess that would be another option.
I'm not done in Adroxia. Help your dwarves.
Ominous. Well, I suppose you know where to find me if you need me. All right, I'm done. Woo.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Oh, good. No, that's still there. I'm going to jump for a 3rd time that night. Hi.
Hi. Nights are boring. You
Uh,
guys sleep
I'm
forever.
like, who's the 3rd one?
Because I'm guessing since I've been telepathing the rest of this, I've kind of just been like sitting there, you know. looking like I'm in deep thought and kind of like
You're just like having a staring contest.
right,
Cat.
basically. It's just, yeah, and finally the cat like goes, all right, I'm done. Wanders off.
Take time for a cat nap.
Yeah.
Danny's eyes open, looking back and forth.
But I think if there's anything that I want to say to him. Manny, does anything look weird to my familiar to you, my cat? Anything weird look weird? I know it's not invisible, but
It's kind of translucent.
okay. Like smoke, maybe a little bit.
A little bit. But I've seen that before because they're not real.
Guess that makes sense. They're kind of
A shape changer.
they're conjured, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just magic.
Gotcha. Okay. Just making sure if she's okay.
I mean, if she's not okay, you can always just, poof, and then bring her back.
True. Thanks, Manny.
Mhm.
All right. And
I'm
okay.
helping.
And yeah, and with that, yeah, I think I'm just gonna pass the rest of my watch. Just kind
Do you want to do your augury?
of, sure, yeah. Well, actually, yeah, no, I'll wait on it because it's within the next 30 minutes. So
Oh,
I'll wait
gotcha, gotcha.
till we're closer to like actually making a decision. Also, the fun thing about augury is the more times per day I do it, the first time is a guaranteed correct answer, but then every subsequent time I think is another 25% chance for you to just give me a correct answer.
Interesting.
So like it gets more incorrect the more times I try to use it.
So you're telling me that the DM doesn't have to tell the truth?
The
And
whole
explicit-
truth and nothing but the truth?
Because like you don't anyway, but
So
in this
help
case,
me.
in this case, augury explicitly tells you can just straight up lie. Like, sweet.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So the rest of your shift goes without a hitch before everyone wakes up.
Give you wake up slightly early and start breakfast for the group.
Okay, sure. I'll say as you're starting to wake up, Rinta is already up and she's heading over to your camp.
Kick up the fire a little hotter. I'm gonna get my stuff.
She goes, so I understand. Kind of.
You gotta be more clear, or we're kind of waking up barely. Let's get started on the bacon.
So Creorn explained
Otar
to
wakes
me how you guys said that you would help this person sue. And while I think it would be better for you guys to just go to Adroxia and just end this war, I understand that you have to hold to your word. So if you guys decide that going to the Forgotten Mountains is task number 1, I will take you there.
Well, that's very generous of you.
I just need to tell someone before we go there.
What do you need to tell?
The path to the Forgotten Mountains goes through the Night Crow's Pass. And there's a guardian there that, well, it's just best to let him know that we're coming.
Sure. I can respect not wanting to surprise a guardian.
I'm not gonna say that out loud. Pause.
While you're pausing,
Yes.
breakfast will be made as they're doing it. It's an 18 on my performance. It's a pretty decent breakfast. You got some bacon, some nice cooked eggs, separated for those that want folded compared to scrambled. I have a nice little mini salad going for you vegans out there. And it's an overall good meal.
Otar woke up at the first smell of bacon.
Extra bacon for Otar. 'Cause So God help me if I hold anything back from him, he will snap me in two. Got some food for you, my man. Hold out a plate to him.
That smells great. Lay his pack down, just laying down on the ground and stretch and walk over and start eating.
Otar's gonna eat, and then he's gonna make his way to Demihar.
Okay.
Where you going, buddy?
Freon wakes up and has some food and is just kind of having a small conversation with Brenda.
Otar, after eating, is gonna yell back to you, Demihars. Like you would know.
We're gonna be taking off at some point. Just come back later.
So you're going to Demihars alone?
Unless somebody's following me.
No, I'm still
Okay.
waiting for the group.
Then yeah.
By the time Creorn and the other ones wake up, I'm just handing out plates to people, including Renta if she wants a plate.
Okay.
She just told me that I should stop by. She didn't say.
Sure.
I'm gonna step away from the party and do my augury. I'm just gonna hey, I'm gonna go cast a ritual just to kind of
Eat your food first.
get an idea. But, you know, if we're making the right decision, if we're going the right direction, I think try to divine some of that. A secluded spot.
So he goes to cast his ritual. You're whipping up food. You take a quick walk to Demihars. Walking the town, second biggest building. There's, a few crates, stuff that you would load up onto the carts and take to Alton over with him. What do you do?
Knock on the door.
1 minute. You hear some shuffling around and a big yawn.
And what was the name of the bartender? I guess.
Of what?
The lady working at the bar again?
Taya. After a moment of old man noises, the door opens up. How can I... Otar! And he just rushes out and gives you a big hug. Kind of like he's reaching up.
Right.
I didn't know what happened to you. I stayed in Alton Over for like 3 days. I had to come home. What happened?
It's a long story.
Okay. Well, I mean, I have time. Do you want to come in?
You yelled to me that we had to leave soon, right?
At some point.
At some point is what
Yeah.
you said. Yeah, I don't have too long. I'm leaving soon.
Oh, okay. He kind of like looks around. Are you here with someone?
Yeah. My friends.
You made friends. That's great. Well, okay. I won't keep you long. I have something. I think I have something for you. May I see your necklace?
I'll hand him his necklace.
He takes it and he's looking at it. I think so. And he walks into the other room and he comes back out with a small plate that matches the break entirely. I thought this looked right. And he hands it to you. And it's got your full name engraved onto it.
Okay.
And you're looking at it and you're slowly reading it to yourself. And you remember marching up the mountain with a whole army. You remember fighting for your life and waking up in a bloodbath. You remember that your closest allies, you're not sure why, but your closest allies all have bright fire red hair. And it doesn't confuse you at all. You actually remember walking back in the rain and putting your hand through your hair, and your hands are red. I think your hair might have been dyed. And it just leaves you with more questions than answers.
Okay.
But you remember your name.
Okay.
They were cleaning up the pass. They were redeeming the weapons and armor and melting it down for just common supplies. We don't have a lot here, as you know. But when I saw this, I remembered your necklace, and I thought it matched the break, and I thought maybe it would help you. I know you don't remember a lot, but you're a good kid, and I hope you find what you're looking for. He's definitely older.
Yeah. Otar is a little confused, I think. Just at the memory of it, but is thankful, but is also confused.
Makes a little bit more sense why I never used the word blood in that paragraph.
Yeah, it does. But he'll thank him, and
I'm glad that you stopped by.
Yeah.
And if you have nowhere else to go, you're always welcome.
well, thank you.
I don't care what Murak has to say. He can fuck off.
Nobody cares what Murak has to say.
I mean, it is his town, but like, whatever.
Otar will thank him and head out on his way back to camp.
Okay. All right. What are you doing?
That's a good question. Do you want me to say it, or should I like type it to you, or do you want to like we can't do it later because I have to do it now, otherwise something's gonna happen.
Yeah, because you're the only person in this party without a bag of holding.
Right. I know. I just realized that
Wait,
too.
what?
I'm just like, oh, I
I don't
can't
have
do
one.
anything about that.
You don't have one?
No.
Oh, that's
I have
right.
his.
You're
No, he's
sharing
using me.
his.
He's using you.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing with said trinket that is going apeshit?
I mean, there's not really a whole lot I can do. I'm either gonna have to come out with it, or the only other option I can think of is I have to find like a good spot that I think is secure and bury it. That's the two options I have, basically.
Yeah.
Either that, unless I can talk to my familiar and see if familiar is gonna help at all. But like,
you may certainly try.
right,
Can
exactly.
we mute this alarm?
I have a doubt that that's going to do much for me.
Where's the snooze on this DEFCON radar?
I mean, I imagine we're gonna come back through this town at some point because we gotta go back to, and when we want to leave Ephron, we're gonna have to go back to Agraxia. We'll probably swing by this place again.
Actually, hold on. After you walk away,
Mm-hmm.
you hear the voice again.
Okay.
Interesting. It's time for you to begin paying his back.
That was awfully quick, but what did you have in mind?
I need a piece of her.
Just a piece, like a lock of hair, some blood, something like that.
Yes.
Okay. And this heart will stop beating.
I will silence the tool.
Okay.
As he says that,
Like
the compass drops.
like oof.
Like it's deactivated.
And like really disturbing because that thing beats like a heart and it's like the heart just stopped.
Yep.
Oof. Okay, just a piece then. I say to myself because at this point I assume he's not listening to me. I'm kind of just like, I mean, he probably, you know what I mean. He's not talking anymore, basically.
He's always
It's like, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and walk back to the group.
Okay. Well, welcome back, Reveler. Now that I think everyone's here, Ultra, are you back? Or did you want to
Back, yeah.
talk to the party about anything? Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. So, as I was, telling Dandy earlier, I respect your wishes to help the people that you've told that you will help. While I think you can do better in Adroxia, I can take you to the Forgotten Mountains, if that is what you think is best.
I'm just gonna scan over the group of whatever the group wants to decide. My eyes and face pretty much says it all. Wanting to go to the Forgotten Realms, but it's not just me.
Forgotten Mountains.
Mountains. I'm a DM too, so Forgotten Mountains.
Well, I know Creorn is on your side.
I shockingly look over to Creorn. Yeah.
She's got to go down.
Forgotten Mountains is where.
Sue's family said that they were going to be hiding.
Well, then, that was the reason we came.
That was my reason. Okay?
And I successfully did my augury. Seems like that's the way to go. I think that'll just from reading the runes. I think it's a
Your augur what?
augury spell. It's a sort of a forecast, kind of a prediction.
Oh, you
Read
do
the
like
runes.
predictions,
It's like
tarot card readings type stuff.
Yeah, sort of like a kind of like I take out my runes and I'm like I have these little runes and just a little foreknowledge spell that can come in handy sometimes.
Okay.
So I definitely think that's the right way to go. It seems like nothing bad really, or nothing that we need to concern ourselves with is going to happen in Adroxia while we're That's
Are
what
your
it
readings? Okay.
Well, in my defense, this is the first time I've done this spell, but you know.
Oh.
I need you to roll the thing that you just did.
I'm gonna go ahead and
There's no save in that.
wait. What did I just do?
Deception.
That's what I thought. So I
Okay.
was gonna say like, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and
You lied to me? To me?
because that totals 4 with my bonus. But,
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't even know
I should have drawn guidance on myself first, right?
right?
And that would have been suspicious as fuck too. But hang on. I think I'm going to go ahead and use the Devil's Own Luck.
What is that?
I add a D10.
All right.
And it's a 6, so that gets me up to 10. So that's just an average, but like, at least it doesn't look like I'm bald-facedly lying there.
I would have no reason to doubt him so far.
At best, it's like I'm kind of speaking in half-truths, which is what...
I will give you the option to roll insight if you feel the need.
He hasn't betrayed me once yet. He did the sharing of stories. I have no reason to doubt him.
Very well.
Oh, good.
Well, as Otar, do you have any quarrels with going to the Forgotten Mountains? I will take that as a no.
No.
You want to save Sue's family, or do you want to go fight in a war? Or against a war? There won't be actual fighting involved. So I just realized it's enticing
Like,
war here.
option 2 sounds like home.
More political work for option 2.
I guess save Sue's family.
Okay.
Very well. She...
Connor?
And he said he was for it.
Yeah,
Is my necklace
saving
together?
a family and anyone else we can, in a way, is fighting the war. We're helping people. That's what matters. Do it on large scale or small scale. We're doing something. And even if it's small scale in terms of the continent, it's very large scale for them.
Well, time's wasting. Let's get moving.
No, it's
It's
essentially
two
a
separate pieces.
dog tag, and it was like
Yeah.
broken in half. You can absolutely, I think,
I was more just thinking, would other people be able to notice that I have?
no, not unless you
Tell
drill a
them.
hole through one side and put it on the necklace, or even have someone cast mending on it, which is a cantrip that I think Dandy knows.
I have it, I think.
Oh, okay.
So-
So I mean, your party can definitely reassemble it if you so choose.
Nope. I got rid of that for something else.
So she's like, very well. I just need to let them know that we're coming. And she snaps her fingers, and maybe about 30 feet away, a white pseudo dragon. Pseudo dragon
Okay.
appears in a very familiar looking magic. She casts familiar.
There.
And she begins speaking in Draconic.
As she's relaying the message to the dragon, I'm just gonna look at the group. Thank you. All of you.
Does anyone know Draconic?
I do.
You do.
I can't remember if I do.
I'm gonna say the default answer is no, but let me double check.
It does TJ's character? I know he knows Sylvan and Elvish, but I don't know if he knows.
Okay.
I know Gnomish, if that helps.
No. But what she does say, so okay, if you know Draconic, she says, tell Lieber I have friends we need pass. For any of you those that don't speak Draconic, the only word that you understood was Lieber as one of the Titans.
Lieber.
Alright, let's pack the wagon, get the horses rein, and be on our way. You guys pick up your camp, load up your cart, and make way. She explains that you guys need to pass through the Night Crow's post, which sends shivers up your spine, yours, and that you guys will be there in a couple of hours.
I'd ask her to let us know when we get close enough, then I can help disguise myself and Connor.
Sure. Disguises won't be quite necessary for tonight's close, but very well.
We're in elven territory, are we not?
Yes, but there's not a single humanoid technically through there.
There's not a single humanoid?
Kind of humanoid. Are you familiar with the cactums?
I have no idea what the word you even just used.
Blood wolves. They are
And these blood wolves are humanoid.
not all of them.
Not Andy's scared.
Yep.
You mean werewolves?
No, they don't change back and forth. They're not shapeshifters.
Oh, sorry.
They're just wolves that stand on 2 feet.
Oh,
Some of them, yes.
Okay.
There are werewolves on the other side of Etheron, near the hollow.
Thank
Yeah.
Hollow
I forgot
forest.
that's what you said.
Shh. He's pulled up the sword, holds the shield, and he's in a clutched position, Dandy. Slowly nervous in the back of the carriage.
I told you that I sent word that we're heading there, so
Mm-hmm.
all will be fine.
How dangerous are these blood wolves? Would you say?
Well, the last group of people that tried to go there unwelcomed, they all died.
Unwelcomed.
well, yeah,
Were
exactly.
they heavily armed when they went in?
It was a whole army from Calpheon.
Motherfucker.
Guess we should consider ourselves lucky. That's
Just Calpheon.
Just head to the hilt.
we're not unwelcome.
I think as we near that area, we should be as quiet as we possibly can.
I told you, we are welcomed
By the blood wolves.
by the Liba.
The Titans.
So they're... Okay, so the blood wolves are somewhat intelligent. They're sentient.
They worship Garmoth.
Hmm.
Liber was given his powers by the ancient dragon.
So there's a leader blood wolf that stands on 2 feet with the power of a dragon.
Essentially.
And we're going to meet him? Or we just got passage?
I mean, I suppose only if he wants to say hello. Normally we just pass through.
So he's okay with people moving through as long as they just tell him ahead of time?
Well, I suppose I can't do too much explaining without explaining everything. But just trust me, okay?
We're doing this for a good cause. We're doing this for a good cause. We're doing this for a good cause.
Just over and over.
I just wanted to know how sure you were that this was going to be a safe trip.
I
Can
mean,
I ask what?
Hmm?
Can I ask why they're called blood wolves?
the fur is crimson red.
Red. Okay.
when she says that we have safe passage, because I don't speak Draconic, can I do an inside check to see how of 100%
she
confidence?
hasn't been saying this in Draconic.
I know, but how much confidence in her voice is we have safe passage? Basically, is what Dandy's trying to look at.
Oh, absolutely. Roll an insight check.
Because there's, well, we have safe passage, and then we have safe passage. You know, there's a calmness to it, and then
Right.
there's a. Oh joy!
Well, we should be okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm looking for. But I don't think a 9 will get me anywhere.
She fully believes herself.
Okay. She's confident. Just no. We We'll be fine. We're just strolling through, and we're not gonna meet the big leader guy. It's just his territory.
Unless he wants to say hello, yes. We have friends in common.
Does he want to say hello?
No, my familia hasn't told me.
Back to the hills.
What was the name of the?
Calpheon. Calpheon. You guys know of Calpheon as the capital of Iorn.
I'm deciding if I was going to say what I was going to say.
Sure.
Okay, fine. I'm going to show them.
I had
That's
no
all
idea
I'm
what
gonna
you
show
were going to do. I was just trying to edge you on.
I'm going to show, I mean, mainly Dandy, but everybody's there. Like, the intent is to show Dandy, but I'm not really hiding him from anybody.
Sure.
And if I remember right, the way
Heads to hilt currently.
the
so
way
have
you
to grab
described it
attention.
is that like pretty much anyone with average intelligence can tell these are two halves of the same.
Then he's currently freaking out, so his head is on his hilt, and he's just mantra to himself. We're doing this for a good cause.
It's like, Dandy.
Yes.
I'm going to show him because I want to know the symbol of that army that died.
Okay.
Allegedly.
So you're showing just me?
He's not.
I mean, I'm not hiding it from anybody. The intent
Yeah.
was to show you,
Oh. No.
though.
Okay. Wait.
Okay.
What am I holding here? It's a plate? What am I looking at, DM?
So, did you hand him your necklace as well? Or just the...
I'm like holding it together.
Like both of them.
Showing him was the
you
idea.
You see the other half of his dog tag.
Oh.
That you know I
And
have.
it says Adam Grotar. And roll a history check for me on the insignia on the new side of his name.
History, my least favorite subject.
It's,
I know it's gonna be smart. 14.
Okay. Is that with your modifier? You know that the insignia is from the army of Calpheon. Specifically, a elite group known as the Valkyrie. They are basically black ops of the army. They are the best of the best. If the president of the United States walked down the street, they'd have the Valkyrie walking them with them.
Okay.
In the small time that you spent in Calpheon, you knew to avoid them by their fire red hair. Every single one of them, man and woman, had fire red hair. Not crimson red like Revelor, but just bright
Like bright orange.
red. Yeah.
Notar's asking you if you know what that symbol means. He does not.
Oh. I look at your hair. It's still black, right?
It's blonde.
Or blonde.
Or blonde,
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, looking back at the thing, Adam?
Mm-hmm.
Does it change his like facial structure at all?
I don't know, does it?
Like, do I react? Is that
Yeah,
what you mean?
essentially, yeah. I call you Adam.
I mean, kind of, but not really. I mean, I've gotten used to Otar, I think, at this point, but I've just found out that that's my actual name.
It triggered the same response as the name Otar.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know much about it. Stories, you know, traveling around, knowing who to avoid. who are from this group. It's the group known as the Valkyrie. They're like the heavy-duty soldiers of. I'm gonna butcher this name.
Calpheon?
Calpheon.
Calpheon.
Calpheon. No, that's not right.
I mean, just add an H.
Yeah,
Or replace the PH with an F.
that probably help out better.
I'm
They're,
just thinking of Calphalon.
I am dyslexic, right?
I am too. I literally
I read how I see it.
CALFEEON. How about that?
They're pretty much head honchos, a bunch of soldiers that are, in my opinion, a little too powerful. But their main signature is like glowing hair, incredible strength, wipes out anything in their way. You fit 2/3 of that category.
Okay. Or it's just gonna process that information. Try to.
Yeah. And this has basically been happening in front of everyone. Right? So
We're in the carriage, so
we're all kind of
Yeah,
seeing
if
not
you
quite.
care to like watch, he's kind of more in deep thought than you ever thought was possible.
I
And
mean, this is the only like interesting thing in front of us. So.
Otar's gonna ask the group,
Right.
am I, knowing that, then safe going where we're going? Am I gonna get killed by the wolves?
wait, what did the wolves do? What did the wolves do with Valkyrie?
you don't have any of your old armor. There's, other than that name tag, there's nothing that.
Skaters are back.
Other than that name tag, there's nothing that connects you to the Valkyrie.
Okay.
And in my mind, the reason behind you were already a great
Eon.
you were already a great warrior. When you lost your memory, that turned into rage.
Okay.
That's how you became a barbarian.
Okay.
Because you got to put all those levels somewhere.
Right.
So, but I mean, a bunch of third level adventurers next to 11 AC commoners. Yeah,
He's a god. He's a god.
Yeah,
he's a god.
exactly. But yeah, you're thinking about it. You're thinking about it. You're thinking about it. You're like, I am great. Thinking about it. You're thinking, Rotar the Great. Rotar the Great. Adam the Great.
Adam the Amazing.
Keep thinking about it. You're like, wait. No, I'm pretty great. Am I really great? Yeah, I'm really great.
Which is literally my whole quest to begin with.
Yeah.
Otar the Greats. Adam the Amazing. Adam Smasher.
And isn't it spelled ATOM?
Yes, Adam. ATOM.
Oh,
And
is
then,
Adam?
Oh,
I wrote
Adam
Adam. That's even Adam.
Oh, that's great.
and then Grotar.
Adam. Hey, that works.
GROHTAR.
Yeah, so it's Otar just with a GR in front of it.
Because
Oh.
part of it was cut off, so people
Yeah.
started calling me Otar. Just to
Sure.
Wow.
Clarify.
Okay. Well, we can brand off this if you want to in the future. Otar the Great is the title already known in Altanova. We'll keep that there. While you're in this rock town, they just still know you as Otar. Well, she called you Otar, so basically. So we can keep it there. We can continue branding off the same Otar brand, or we can expand, go to Adam for other areas for a disguise, even though it's technically not a disguise, but
I wasn't actually here for my grand reveal.
Yeah.
Did I reveal that whole part of waking up and going to that town? So they know that.
Yeah,
Yes.
they know
Okay.
that you woke up. There was a bunch of furry, nasty-looking beasts. At this point,
It never hurts.
yep.
At this point, they know what I know.
yeah, at this point, you guys have pieced together that you are going to the Night Crow post, where he woke up on a battlefield filled of dead humans and half-elves and these crimson red furry wolves.
Yep.
And he walked to Marak Farms, bathed in a waterfall, and Yeah, it was adopted by Demiar.
When this thought process and the connection hits in Dandy's mind, is Renta actually paying attention to our conversation that much?
Renta. I mean, you would assume she's listening, but
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Seeming. I'm just gonna change up all of Otar.
on just Otar.
And myself, just to be on the safe side. And I'll give Connor some pointy ears just for the hell of it.
Yeah, you might as well take advantage of your one casting.
Yep.
How do you take to your pointy ears, Connor?
Oof.
I can't feel them, right?
Nope.
No, it's seeming.
So
I guess you wouldn't know unless he said it.
Yeah, or unless you saw it.
I just did it on a snap.
Some sort of magic.
Warmth, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
He's done seeming on me before to give me
twice. Once
you guys
when
did the
we were
whole
all in
scene
the
during
pit, and then the second time when we transferred from your citadel to their citadel.
Right.
I would like to think that Connor with pointy ears like doesn't look too out of place. But as he looks, like he holds up his styled shield, sort of looks sort of like and like just looks away and puts his hood up.
Also, like, kind of while a lot of this is happening, I don't know. Do you have the dog tags right now, or did you give back? Okay, here's.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I look?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just pick them up and
hand it to him.
sort of look at them, and I can fix these for you if you'd like. This looks like it used to be one piece, but for now, it might be smart to keep them separate.
Separate and hidden.
Exactly. You might want to hang on to the half that he normally doesn't carry around.
I wouldn't hold on to anything if you've lost hundreds of brethren. You will pay attention to the tiniest of details, the leads, to kill the rest.
So I'll give them back to you guys. But
Hide them both, and if you don't mind, Otar, I just hold open the bag of holding.
but if there does come a day where you want that, yeah, if there does come a day where you want that hole and you want to reclaim your identity, I can fix that for you.
Why don't we
Let's
just
hide the U.S. dog tag.
Why don't we just repair it right now and then put it in the bag of holding?
I mean, I guess that's fair too, because like if you're not gonna wear the other half of it anyway.
Right. Well, I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's hide the U.S. Dog tags from the Taliban. It's
Right.
a good idea.
And at this point, like, we can also just claim, well, we just found them. You know, we just found dog tags. So, all right, cool. So if we're cool with that, then yeah, like I'll just go ahead and cast Mending on, make it one whole piece, and then throw it in the bag of holding.
That's the plan.
Do you do anything else while you guys are traveling? While you guys are all discussing this and stuff like that, luckily they all seem pretty distracted on Otar's new revelation.
No, we're good there.
But every once in a while, you hear it. You
Mm-hmm.
hear it.
A little nudge.
Which, because I mean, you're all sitting in the cart. Her and Creorn are up in the front.
Sure.
Like, you could try something.
Right.
Okay. Anyone else have anything else they want to talk about before we get to the next crow post?
Connor would ask if there's anything like, do the blood wolves have poison, or are they just ferocious and strong and fast?
They're fast. They're intelligent. Very ferocious. No magic except for Libra, of course. Some of the more intelligent ones carry weapons and have armor. But
But they are physical beings. They don't have venom or nothing like that.
No.
Okay.
You gotta relax. They know we're coming. And she says that. They know we're coming.
See, yeah, that might be bad, might be good. It's
As she says that, she stops the horses.
Why do we stop? Renta?
Connor's looking around.
Dandy's holding onto a sword.
Something has killed my familiar.
Huh?
Was the word that we're coming with your familiar?
Yes. He would have been there by now. He should have been on his way back.
Otar's drawing his sword.
Let's assume.
I'm getting ready to cast Invisible on myself.
Let's
We,
assume we should be cautious. At the very least, we are just respectful of the land we're going through.
We are less than an hour from there. To turn back now would waste another day.
You know, we keep going.
Just holding my sword, and I have the basics of the invisibility spell ready to cast.
Otar's not like drawn waiting. He has it like he pulled it off his back and has it sitting across his legs, like just accessible.
Reveler's kind of like almost got like 1,000-yard stare because like he's thinking about like 6 different things at the same time, and now this is also happening. So he's kind of like just deep in thought.
He's gonna whisper to Style. You might be eating dog tonight.
You feel a slight vibration through your arm that you would think is either a growl or a purr. You don't know.
I'll have Cheetah just stay like that weird like guard dog position where it's like in between the legs, and I'll have the sword and everything and shield like around my chest.
The terrain through here, the closer and closer you get towards this part of the mountain, like greenery and shrubbery have passed, and it's just been gravel, mountain, mud, but every once in a while you're starting to see the mountain change a bit of color, and you're starting to see like tans of like sandstone or not sandstone. You're also starting to see it turn into like shades of orange, and every once in a while like a really dark red vein. And after about 30 minutes, Otar, you remember marching with your group and being jovious, having fun, just like you guys are now, just shooting the shit, making fun of each other. And when the scenery started to change, you guys had to be on high alert because surprisingly red beams blend in on red walls. And when you start thinking about like you should probably tell the party, like be on the lookout, Renta speaks. Since we don't know where my familia died, we should probably be on the lookout.
I am frantically searching.
Before we roll your perception checks, let's take a quick break. I need to use the restroom.
Get some stuff done.
About time to shuffle. That new restroom shuffle.
Okay.
You had sex with Renta?
Okay, we're back.
No.
He came back with a smile on his face.
Perfect
They bump.
Perfect timing.
Okay.
Oh, we're back,
so-
by the way.
Oh, we're back!
Hi,
Welcome back,
Hi,
guys.
everyone.
No.
Why do you think I was laughing so hard?
Good little Christian boys over here talking about sex with fake characters.
Ah.
Yeah, it's fine. It didn't really happen.
Yeah.
It's all.
Okay, so you guys finally made it to Maroc Farms in like 10 o'clock at night. The tavern only had 2 rooms available, or in general. And Renzo was like, well, I don't care what you guys do, but one of those rooms are mine. So either the 5 of you guys in a tavern room, or you can go camp with the cart. You guys chose to camp with the cart, but when she went into the tavern, she insisted that you followed her. And so the 2 of you guys went to the tavern, had some drinks, and had some conversations.
And that's you. That's you, Creon.
Wow.
Yes, that is you. Sorry.
Okay.
And while the party, they got some food and they took it to the cart, they slept, some cool things happened, some interesting conversations happened. Like Creorn talking to his, Revelor talking to his patron, Manny scaring the crap out of him, not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Yeah.
The next, into the first stint of the first sleeping thing.
The shift or the
The first shift.
First watch.
You came back from the tavern with a big old smile across your face. No one's too wiser on why, but you just had a good conversation. But you can let them believe whatever you want. But while you guys were talking, you did convince her of the importance of going to the Forgotten Mountain to help Sue's family. And so she decided to take it up to a vote with you guys, and I voted for you to go to the Forgotten Mountains to help Sue's family, and then go to Adroxia. So after that, y'all woke up. You guys decided you guys are going to go to the Forgotten Mountains. Otar went to and hung out with his he adopted a father. The father figure found the second half of his name, his dog tag. And it is found that his name is Adam Grotar. And he was formerly of the Valkyries of the Kelfian army. Basically like the elite squad, top of the best of the best. And the direction that you guys had to go to the Forgotten Mountains was through what's called the Night Crow's Post, which is where Otar and his friends and his army that he traveled with basically got slaughtered by what was known as the Blood Wolves. But Rinta assures you that it's okay because the leader of the Blood Wolves worships Garmoth, the ancient red dragon, and a friend of a friend. So she sent her fine familiar to go send the message that, hey, I just need to pass through real quick. Well, within an hour of being from the Knight's Crow Post, she got the magical sense that her fine familiar was murdered. And after a little bit more of traveling,
Dandy took the initiative, cast See Mean. Both himself, Connor, and Otar don't look like their normal selves.
Yep. She, right before we took our break, she insisted that everyone be on the lookout. Because we don't know who killed or what killed her fine familiar. the leader of the Blood Wolves is supposed to be a friend, so she's insisting that you guys continue forward. But just be on the lookout. All right. So, for those of you that would like to, go ahead and roll perception checks.
I'm paranoid.
Alright, DM, let's see how good these dice are that you got us.
Oh, his dice have not failed.
It seems like every other person's getting some good rolls with them.
Oh shit, I'm gonna open those up.
3.
Oh no.
Perception. So 18 total.
18. Not bad.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That's good. What'd you get, Connor? Shit.
That one.
Oh!
It's the second.
Ouch.
I guess technically that's the third now.
Connor and Greenhorn, what did you guys get?
I got a 3.
I got a total of 15.
Okay.
My second roll was an 18. Doesn't count.
You guys are likely sitting towards the. Well, no, you're sitting up towards the front of the
You
cart.
sit in the front, I'm sitting in the back.
You're sitting in the back.
Frantically looking.
You see a bit of movement towards the back end of the cart, like off on the path, and you do see a wolf. Dirty, dark. Dandy.
Okay.
You see a wolf. Might have reddish fur. Looks pretty dark brown. Definitely muddy and dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just sitting in the bushes. Just watching.
Hey, Renta.
Yeah.
How intelligent are the common wolves of this area?
I mean, maybe a little smarter than average wolves.
They can understand us, right?
Not all of us, no.
Cool. There's one behind us. Clutching onto my sword and shield next to my chest, and Chitu's between my legs, just keeping me safe.
Is it doing anything?
Just watching.
Let me know if that changes.
I'll make it known.
You guys continue on, and after you get about 60 feet away, so about the part where it starts to get blurry, and
Yeah.
you see it kind of get up from the bushes, and it starts walking in the middle of the path. It's just out of sight for you, but it's following. Are we all logged into Roll20?
Log it
Man.
now.
I think I just need to get into work.
I think that's code for something.
Yep.
I think that means roll for initiative.
Oh.
Not yet. Not
I think that means
I'm
about to die.
I'm predicting. Super smart, you know.
As the time goes by, a couple minutes pass, and they become less hidden. You see that there's a few more in the bushes. You're just watching. After you get in a certain distance apart, they begin following.
There's a pack. There's a pack of them now.
They're not barking. They're not howling.
Oh, that's scarier.
Yeah.
They're just silently following.
They're just following us.
And they're varying
Menacingly.
in, they vary in different colors of browns and browns and blacks and like crimson red. You see one or two that look like it's wearing a shirt, like a cloth shirt, but still walking on all four. As you guys get through some of the barriers, you see your first bipedal crimson furred wolf, and he's wearing it looks like some sort of like a leather armor with like scrap metal patches on it, and he's just standing, watching. Basically, you guys are coming into an encampment.
Yeah.
And you guys are seeing these wooden spiked barriers, and you recognize it. These wooden carved statues, and they kind of swoop up like this, and it's they're basically monuments to Garmon.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say. It's like
Yeah. And some of them are wearing these like big like brass I'm not gonna say collars, but like breastplate almost over them. They're very ordained and very fancy. Like this is obviously something that they worship, that they put their valuable metals into. And the ones that don't have all of like the fancy gold and like silver plated plating and jewelry, you'll see some that have a like red gem on their mouth, and the gem is flaming, but it doesn't burn anything. But the wood around it, you would think it burned something. The wood is very charred, but it hasn't like
it's not catching on.
Exactly, yeah. And you are confident that you guys have arrived to the Knight's Cruise Post.
Well,
Sorry.
we're here.
As you guys further in, the wolves that were standing on their hind two legs follow the rest of the pack as they follow you guys, and you guys end up into a very ramshackle village that looks very similar to this. And as you near the front gates, coming up on the far left side, you see a few more of these blood wolves, and these guys are wearing full plate armor, big like helmets that cover their snout. One of them's even carrying a big battle axe. And Rinta slows the cart, comes to a stop, and she reaches into her bag. I really hope this works, because I can't speak to them. And she reaches out about the size of her hand, red gem. And for anyone that wants to really investigate, but you see it because you already know, the red gem ignites and is flaming, but her hands are covered in ice.
Honestly, that looks better than your laptop game.
So any fire that would be coming off of this stone that she's showing, she holds it up to him, it's not doing any damage to it. The ice isn't even melting. It's like it's part of it. Right. And the wolves nod, then they step off of the path. She starts the cart again.
So that worked?
I think so. Something's still not right, though.
What makes you say that?
They shouldn't be following us.
My spell is gonna shift just ever so slightly.
Okay.
Connor's just looking at their armor and sighs. It took me so long to you the money to get this one. And these guys
It's very like ramshackle plate armor.
oh yeah, but it's still
Like-
plate armor.
But it's still
Yeah. Like they took these off of the soldiers that they murdered.
Oh yeah, they killed him.
Killed a lot of Valkyrie.
And you know these gates well, Otar. You guys didn't even make it into the gates.
Alright, Zuko.
That had to happen once today.
Avatar reference
Yeah.
+1.
So what are you doing with your sending spell?
Oh no, my CV spell said the same.
Oh.
I was getting ready to cast invisibility in case things go wrong. I was gonna vanish.
Oh, gotcha.
That is shifting ever so slightly. And I'm having a shatter spell ready.
I see. Okay.
They're grouping up behind us? Fine.
AoE it is.
So you make your way into this small village, and you see what you could only imagine is another 20, 30, 50 wolves, varying sizes, armors, clothing, you name it. Every 50 feet, you see another tribute to Garmoth. You see, like, small, like, ramshackle, like, wood and hay huts that don't have doors. But you would imagine they just go in there for some quick shelter and take a nap. You make your way down the corner, around the corner, and you see ahead of you is a large...
We just lost something.
We lost TJ. And so you see a straight shot down this makeshift path, and in the center, where the path wides out, is a large stone building. And at this point, you are fully surrounded, except for the path in front of you, of 50 or more of these wolves.
And we're walking. And we're walking.
Definitely don't want to have to fight my way out of here.
Don't stop the carriage, Renta. Just keep going.
Just smile and wave, boys.
I'm not even waving. I'm just...
And he's just staring at the ground, hoping nobody notices he's
I'm
even there.
I'm clutching a sword, clutching a shield, and...
You make your way down the path, watching with unease, admiring that these beasts have enough intelligence to make these shrines to Garmoth, to build themselves small houses, to make this makeshift armor that's held together by what you would imagine as other animal body parts. And as you get to the Y, the same amount of wolves that are behind you are blocking the path to your left and to your right.
Okay.
We're into... You need to go straight. So she starts making her way around the brick building.
Wait, hold up. So, from the access, they blocked our left and our right.
So, yep, so you came in from the far left.
Yeah,
So you made your way up and then coming down.
yeah,
So what you see, the left and the right.
yeah.
Like the big path, not directly where you're at.
From the turn, I see it.
Or
The
like
turn.
basically.
So they're
here.
blocking right here. Oh yeah, I forget.
We're
I can
there,
ping.
and they're blocking here.
So they're blocking, yeah,
And
here.
here.
All
And
we need to
go
do
this
is go
way
straight.
anyway, so-
No, you need to come down here.
Oh, we need to go that way.
We need to go down? Why?
Because you came from here.
I know.
You need to go this way.
No.
So okay, so we came this way. Why am I
Yeah.
blue?
You're
Came this
blue,
way.
I would deal
Yep.
you die. If you were
This
green,
way.
you would die.
Uh-huh.
And we are just surrounded. There's just like
Uh-huh.
tons of guys over here and over
Yep.
here.
Yep.
Yeah, so you know, just try our
And-
best to go this way.
Exactly.
And she's saying that that's not the original pathing.
No, she's saying that she needs to go. That you guys need to go down here. So that's should be okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Except we have 2 armies, one over here and one over here.
Yep.
So we'll just avoid that as best we can.
But the path that is not blocked off, Renta is saying that is not the path we need to take.
Well, she can't see the other path.
There's a big
Can't see through a brick building.
That makes sense.
At this point, she visibly looks a bit distressed. This is a lot of enemies. Potential enemies. Potential enemies. Poor choice of words.
If Renta ever decides to look for the carriage, like what, like how's the carriage doing? She just sees Dandy giving her like the biggest like what doesn't do look.
While we are around them,
Mhm.
can I just quickly use a divine sense?
Absolutely.
These guys are just bestial, but divine sense. Are there any celestial fiends or undead within 60 feet?
Whole town
Wanna
lights
know
up. No.
if they're fiends, if there's devilish stuff happening here. I wish it did the same stuff as protection from evil and good, which has a much broader
It's
protection thing, but
celestial. So it's living creatures, right? Celestial things or undead, or living things, not like objects.
well, you sense anything affected by the house spell or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind. The act. Okay, bigger. Open awareness. Detect such forces. Location of any celestial fiend or undead. You know the type of any being whose presence you sense, but not its identity. Also, detect the presence of any place or object that's been consecrated or desecrated, as with the hollow spell. So, do I sense celestial, fiendish, or undead-ish things with them?
With them, no. There is something in Revelor's bag that's pinging fiendish.
Technically, shouldn't my familiar also be
Nope.
pinging? Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
If anything, that would be like Fae.
It's fiend, fey, or undead.
Well, because it's
Well, he's talking
or
about
no,
his
it's
familiar.
celestial, fey, or
the
fiend.
detect good and evil is celestial fey.
He's doing divine.
This is just. This
We
is just
wait a
divine.
second?
Just
Oh.
celestial fiends
Okay.
or undead.
Well, but,
So-
but see, the thing is, like, familiars are either celestial fiend or fey.
And if it's
Oh,
a fey
summon
creature,
Mine's a fiend. So
if it's
Oh,
a
okay.
fey
With
creature,
my
it won't
familiar-
ping.
register as
Sure.
as fiend.
Then
as well.
yes. So,
So, yeah.
Revelor's
Ooh.
cat and something in his bag would ping as fiend.
Well,
Conrad
that's
just, like, turns around and looks for a second before, like,
You make that obvious?
well, he's just like surprised and just turns and looks, but he's gonna be like, that's a whole different conversation for a different time.
What? What just happened? What? I'm looking at Connor's like quick snap reaction. I'm like
Right.
looking for like
Mhm.
wolves or what happened? What?
I wanted to know if something was sneaking up on us behind.
Something there? Do you know where we're going, Renta? So drive.
Continuing on. I have a feeling I know where we're going. And she turns to go around the brick building in the center. And as you guys near the wall of crimson furred beasts, you hear it starts growling.
So
As they
it's
get
not
closer.
even letting us make a turn?
They're letting you go. They're not getting in front of you.
They just don't like that we're there. It seems like.
They're letting you continue on until you get to the point of that building, and you see that the third path is also blocked.
This day just keeps getting better and better.
I have a feeling that we might need to speak with Labor. Just a feeling.
If they're letting us pass, we should pass.
They're not. They just cut off our third point.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, you went around because you can't see past brick wall. There's now behind you the path that you were behind, the path to your left, the path to your right, the path that you're trying to go to. Completely blocked. You were approximately surrounded by about 200 of these blood wolves. And you see standing like an extra 4 feet taller than the rest of the blood wolves, one with a giant two-handed like executioner's axe. Just walks through the crowd. No. Tell me, what did you roll for, my friend?
I roll for charisma to see if I can just hold my ground in this chaos. I can't.
Okay.
I'm in full panic mode.
Okay. What do you do?
I don't want to engage with anyone. I'm not getting out of this cart. I'm not engaging with anything. I'm just here.
Very well.
Connor will grab his +1, his new crow's beak.
The new silvered crow's beak.
Yeah. And he's going to have it, because it does a once per short rest, I believe, or once per day. Either way, he's gonna use the free cast of protection from evil and good from the gem that's slotted in it.
I think that was once per short rest.
Okay. He's gonna have that cast in him in case these things are like fey or aberrations or anything, because they're weird things. And then he's going to stand up with his, like on the cart, with his hands up, looking at the big one that just walked through.
As it gets closer towards the edge of the to the line of the wolves, all of the wolves are just getting louder and louder. The growling, the barking, howling is freaking loud around here. And
Style is going to be on my back.
Okay.
He's just going to keep his hands up and watching the big guy walking through, while glancing occasionally at others.
The large one gets past the front line, and in a loud, booming bark, he and slams the axe down on the ground. And the blade sticks in, and so he can easily grab it again. Help! And he points to the brick building.
He said, "Help?"
Yes.
Connor blinks.
What?
Healing?
What could an army of wolves possibly not solve that they need our help with?
Maybe they need a traveling band. Who knows?
Connor will step off, arms still up, and he's gonna say, "If I'll be back. If it's anything healing, I can probably fix it quickly."
You probably shouldn't.
Rita?
I'm gonna get, because for this carriage there is the small lip where the gate would be to drop for cargo and everything.
Yeah.
If I were to duck, like lay down position below the gate, would they technically lose sight of me?
Probably some of the short ones, like the just dog ones. The bipedal ones will probably still be able to see
How
you.
close are they to this carriage?
I mean, within an action's worth. Like, they're within
30 feet?
30 to 50 feet. Crean, what were you going to say?
He should be mostly out of sight. If you lay
I was
down.
gonna say if Connor's going anywhere, then I'll go behind or I'll go with him as like guard slash escort.
I think they want us to talk with Lieber. We should all go. We don't have much of an option. She puts the reins down.
I'm going in. If you guys want to stay in the cart.
I'm gonna have Chitu walk just like the guard. Oh no, Chitu's bigger than me actually. 'Cause it could potentially be a mountain creature, or not really.
It could be a mountain creature for a small creature.
So it's still a little too big for me. So I'm just gonna have guard dog next to my leg.
Yeah.
Like on me. We're gonna walk. I guess.
Okay.
So the party makes their way into this brick building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys walk in this new eerie silence of having 400 eyeballs on you. You want to watch your back, but there's no point. You walk in, and it's dark. The door closes behind you.
Are we in pitch black?
It's just dark. There's torchlight ahead of you. It doesn't smell bad in here. The ground has a lot of red rugs, tapestries on the wall. It's warmer in here than it was outside. The tapestries
Are there
on the
rugs?
wall. Huh?
Are the rugs supposed to be red?
You would think
Or
so, yes.
Okay. So it's not
Or
like
is it just
blood
a good way to
steeped
hide
into them
blood?
and they're just not bright red.
No. The tapestries on the wall are they show pictures of a giant red dragon, and below at first glance looks like a sea of blood, but instead is actually a group of these cagdoms, the blood wolves, bowing to Garmoth. You see a tapestry of Garmoth again, with behind him a smaller white dragon. As you guys enter the room opens up, and you see a large creature, pure white furred wolf-like creature. It wears no clothes, no armor, except for what's strapped onto one arm. On that arm is a not silvered, but silver in color gauntlet. And that comes all the way down its arm and shows giant blades that come out past his fingers. The only part of this being that isn't white or silver are his eyes. His eyes are gold. And his neck. His neck is red. On one spot, where at first it takes a moment for your guys' eyes to adjust. You see the red on his neck, and you're fighting vampires over the past month. And you're expecting you're going to see bite wounds, that this creature is dead. That's not what you see. You see a creature that only Connor recognizes from his dreams. It looks like a large, fat, winged leech. And it's just sitting there on his neck. And it's moving a little bit. You think it's doing something to him, sucking his blood, something.
Wait,
the leech
this
would do.
this leech I've seen in my dreams?
Yes. The leech creature that you saw in your dreams was attached to every single Titan from.
Oh. I don't think I remember hearing about that part about my dreams.
It's okay. We're going to hesitantly and in broken speech. Lieber? You wanted to see us? And that's where we're going to end this session.
Okay.
Oh,
Belly of the beast, eh, boys?
stress, and chaos. Ugh.
What was the last thing he said? I don't think I quite caught it.
Whew.
Just anything. What was
Lieber has not said a thing.
Okay.
Those Prince are calling out to
What is
him.
that guy's name?
Lieber. Leeebur. He is one of the many Titans that you guys have heard.
But his actual size is the size of just a 6 foot, 7 foot standing person.
I mean, he is a large creature,
Yeah.
so I guess, yeah. 7,
10.
I mean, he's sitting on a throne right now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for those of you that stuck around for the first, second, or third part of this stream, I appreciate you. We're gonna brainstorm a bit to try to figure out how to streamline this so we don't break the internet again. But again, thank you guys for swinging by and hanging out. We will see you guys around the table.
Bye bye.
Oh boy.